Hello, welcome back to another episode of Guy with Long Hair Does Stuff That You Should Probably Cut Your Hair Before You Do. Let's get into it. So I was on this website recently, maybe you've heard of it, www.youtube.com, when the almighty algorithm recommended to me a video of Jon Jones. Yeah, that's right, the UFC light heavyweight champion. That is, if he's still the champion. I'm not sure with all his pending doping, hit and run, whatevers. It wasn't something huge like an IBJJF, it wasn't ADCC, it was a Naga. That's something that basically anybody has access to doing. We're gonna be breaking it down, and I'm gonna give you guys a couple things that Jon Jones is doing that if you implement in your game, they're really gonna compound your effectiveness on the mats. Also, I have never made a video like this before, so let me know what you guys think about it down below. You know the drill. Yeah, I have to say, always good to get a good stretch. It's funny to watch. Every single competitor, fighter, they all have their little stretch that they like to do that helps them get in the mood to choke out somebody.
Dude, look at how long his legs are.
Yeah. That was a nice sweep single attempt, but then he kind of bailed on it pretty quick, so I feel like he was just trying to feel his opponent out. Also, there's something that he's already done. Comment if you think you know what it is, but I will get into it at the end of the video. Okay, so right there, Jones went for a nice treetop, and his opponent tried to scissor takedown him to reverse it, but since Jones had his ankle, he was a little too far away to get the reversal, so Jones got the takedown. Obviously, though, Jones is a little bit of an athlete, so yeah, Jones does have a huge advantage in that regard. Okay, yeah, there's an obvious skill gap right here. That guy tried to invert for some sort of Kimura attempt. Jones passes, gets back up, and then passes again super easily. Jones is kind of just playing with him and just looking for a submission. Alright, so I think that Jones was trying to bait the guy to give up his back, because as you see, he went right for that head and arm. Generally from Turtle, it's harder to get Darce chokes, Anaconda chokes, guillotines against a guy that's good, but I will say Jones does have really long arms, so all those chokes are gonna come a lot easier for him. Let's see what he does here.
Cali Magona to ring 8, please.
Alright, so what happened there? Jones switched sides, probably trying to make his opponent move a little, which he does, tries to retain guard by setting through, but like I said before, there's an obvious skill gap here, so Jones is just playing with him. Yep. Good submission. Obviously for Jones, built the way that he's built, it's going to be easier for him to get all types of chokes, guillotines included. It happens. You know, he's one of the best grapplers of all time. MMA grappling, for sure, so there's no shame in that at all. There it is. Did you guys see it? Alright, so as soon as the ref waved on the match, Jones chooses his stance, but then he drops his right foot behind, lowers his stance, and then puts his core directly over his hips. This is a concept you can apply to everywhere in Jiu-Jitsu. In the stand-up portion, if you're trying to go for a standing pass, even from top side control, top mount, close guard, there are two concepts that if you can remember, you can use them to figure out how to solve basically any problem that you're dealing with in Jiu-Jitsu. That's how powerful they are. The first one is posture, and the second one is balance. Be sure that you're both checking your balance. Remember, lower your hips. Your hips are below your core. you're not bending your back over them. Also, make sure your posture is on point. I remember when I first got into doing jiu-jitsu, I was trying to work on my stand-up. People would snap me down, guillotine me whenever I would shoot. I'd just get sprawled on, have my back taken. You know, there were a lot of reasons for that. I'm not gonna pin it on a single one, but posture was such a huge part of that. And to have good posture, you have to make sure you are leading with your legs, you're not leading with your upper body. That's gonna help you in so many aspects of your jiu-jitsu, so that's something to keep in mind. All right, what just happened there? Jones had the 2-on-1 Russian tie, shucks the wrist by, and goes for a single leg, which he tries to turn into a redirection double. However, the guy was able to kick back, lower his hips, and get out of it. Really, really good technique from both competitors. Another nice little exchange on both parts. Homeboy shoots a single leg, but Jones has really good balance here. Jones is able to shuck him. He goes for the guillotine. I'm not sure why the ref awards the guy the takedown attempt. Right, so the way that the rules work, if you sweep or take down your opponent, but they're still threatening with a submission attempt, guillotine, you don't get the takedown or sweep points until you pull yourself out of that. So I don't see why the ref gave him the points, but whatever. I'm sure Jones can manage. All right, I have never seen that one before. Looks like Jones went with a guillotine and then inverted underneath for some sort of funky roll. Obviously, Jones is a good wrestler. He's got that explosion in the hips that anybody that's gone with a wrestler before understands. But I also think that Jones's size definitely helped him hit this move, even if just a little bit. There it is again, guys. Homeboy is able to put Jones in his full guard, but Jones, as always, good posture, and his opponent can't really do a whole lot from there. That right there, I do that move all the time. If you have your opponent in some sort of guard, you've tried your go-to moves from there, it's not really working out. Sometimes the best option is to just stand up and try something else. There it is again. And if I'm not wrong, I think Jones kind of hit this one from standing instead of already on his back. Obviously, it's one of his go-tos, and it definitely works. I should start trying this move. That was pretty cool. Jones, whenever he went for the roll, he still had the guy's chin tucked. He basically just finished him with a one-armed guillotine from side control. Really flashy move. I'd like to say I've never been caught with one of those guillotines, but you know, it's happened to me a couple times. Definitely works. It's a submission you wouldn't expect, but you will hit it from time to time, and you know, it's always cool to be on the giving side of that.
You got it!
All right, it is the moment that you have been waiting for. Jon Jones, greatest UFC fighter ever, taking on a teenage girl in jeans. Let's see how this plays out. All right, yeah, as you can tell by the way the crowd's acting, not serious at all, super lighthearted. She's probably part of the team. He's just rolling with her for the heck of it. And honestly, this goes to show you, you don't have to be super duper stinking serious about jiu-jitsu all the time. At the end of the day, if you're not having fun doing jiu-jitsu, why are you even doing it? The only reason that I'm still doing jiu-jitsu after 7 years and I've received multiple injuries is because I enjoy it. Guys, if you take away nothing else from this video, try to start having fun with your training. At the end of the day, jiu-jitsu is awesome, it's a great hobby, and it's super duper fun, so don't take yourself too seriously 1000% of the time. Uh-oh, looks like we got a little heel hook action over here, a little reaping of the knee. Let's see what happens next. And she escapes the clutches of the ankle breaker. Good job. Great job. What you have just seen is a teen doing something that not even Vitor Belfort could do to Jon Jones.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Jon, don't give her that satisfaction of having beat you. She didn't earn it. Alright, all in all, fun matches. What did we learn today? First of all, we learned if you're Jon Jones, you can pretty much do whatever the you want. Besides that, if you're trying to improve your jiu-jitsu, two extremely important areas to focus on are having good balance and good posture. Lead with your feet. Do not lead with your shoulders and your chest and your head. You want your hips to be below your center of mass so that you can use the strongest muscle groups to support your explosive takedowns, your standing guard breaks, all that good stuff. Try to keep your hips lower than your core. That should help you win a lot more matches, unless of course you face a teenage girl with jeans. Anyways guys, that is all for today's video. If you guys are new to the channel, I am Jedi. I have been competing and doing jiu-jitsu for 7 years now, and I draw from that knowledge to give you guys practical jiu-jitsu advice that's gonna help you the next time that you're on the mats. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Also be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell because I post 2 new videos a week that you don't want to miss. I will talk to you guys on Monday. Remember, stay consistent and anything is possible. Peace.
They love to talk, I don't talk, I get it. Yeah, you know I'm about it, if it kill me, I'ma let it. Run into the bag like I'm so athletic. I've been up since 6, making hits like tennis. I've been on fire, I just need my credit. Wanna go